This is question number 7 on the November 2013 Higher Calculator paper. This question says, plants are sold in 3 different sizes of trays. Right, you have a small tray, which is 30 plants, and that costs £6.50. You have a medium tray, which is 40 plants, which costs £8.95, and a large tray, which is 50 plants, and that costs £10.99. Now, this question says, Kaz wants to buy a tray of plants that is best value for money. Which size should she buy? Now, I'm going to zoom in a bit so you can actually see this. Okay, so we've got the information, the 3 different sizes of trays, how many plants we have and how much they each cost. And the question says, which size tray of plants should she buy? You must show all your workings. So that is the most pivotal part of this. In any question of this type, which is asking you to compare, right, work out the price of one. Okay, there are other ways in which you could do it, but one of the easiest ways to think about it is work out the price of one. So for a small tray, 1 plant is going to be, well, 30 plants cost £6.50, so 1 plant is going to be £6.50 divided by 30. £6.50 divided by 30. And let's see what you do for that. Okay, so £6.50 divided by 30. Look at what's on the screen. It's 0.2166666666. Okay, I'm going to round that to 3 decimal places. 0.217. 0.217. I'll talk about the reason for that in a bit. So let's go on to the medium. So for the median, 1 plant is going to cost, and 40 plants cost £8.95. So 1 plant is going to be £8.95 divided by 40, which is, again, go through that calculation, 895 divided by 40 equals, that's 0.22375. And again, I'm going to round that to 3 decimal places, so I'm going to call that 0.224. 0.224. And finally, the large tray, 1 plant will cost, okay, so I have 50 plants costing £10.99, so 1 plant is going to be £10.99 divided by 50, and let's see what that gives us. $10.99 divided by 50 equals 0.2198. And if I round that to 3 decimal places, that's going to be 0.220. 0.220. And that's what I'm going to write down. 0.220. Now, to get my answer, I need to compare all 3 of these. And I could, because I've rounded them all to 3 decimal places, right? Not 2. If I rounded them to 2, they would all look quite similar. If I rounded that to 2 decimal places, it would become 0.22. That would have been 0.22, and so would that. And that would have been quite difficult to compare. So that's why I rounded them to 3 decimal places. I could see that the small tray is actually going to be the cheapest. Right, if I compare the sizes of those and just even think about them without the decimal point, that's 217, 224, 220. That's one way of thinking about it. 217 is the smallest. Actually, that price there is the smallest and cheapest for 1 plant. So the small tray is the best value. Now, one of the things I didn't point out at the start of this question was that this is a starred question and it's carrying marks for quality of written communication. I've actually shown my workings totally clearly over there. What I am going to do now is write a sentence to indicate my answer, and my sentence is going to be Kaz. Okay, it says, which size tray should she buy? You must show your workings. So Kaz should buy a small tray as this is the, and I'm going to use the words from the question, the best value for money. Okay, and that's it for this question. Make sure you understand it, make sure you could do it, and make sure you do aim to get full marks in this question.